Hello, everyone. Welcome to Color with Donna, and I'm Donna. Today, as promised, I have a collab video, and surprise, surprise, for those of you who guessed that my collab would be with Mama Fruit Bat and Seegers from A Colorful Life, you were correct. And I have seen several videos where Anne has talked to us about grayscale coloring books, that grayscale is something that we should not be afraid of, that we should be able to, jump right in, that it doesn't take special skills and things like that. So I've never colored grayscale, and I was just looking around on Amazon the other day, and the Chibi Girls Grayscale coloring book, Jade Summer, which is the exact book that Anne said that we should all start out with, was on sale for $3.99, and I thought, hey, why not? And once I placed the order, I contacted Anne and I said, hey, I'd really like to do some type of a collaboration with this grayscale coloring book, and maybe we could, maybe color the same image, use the same supplies, things like that. And then you make a video, I make a video, we put these videos together for everyone, and we can compare a seasoned vet versus a brand newbie to grayscale, and we'll see how it goes. And she said, hey, that sounds great. It sounds like fun. So we discussed it just a little bit, and what we decided was we were only going to have a couple rules. And what we were going to do is we're going to color the same image, and we're going to use the same budget-friendly markers, which is our Cali Arts, since we both do have that set. And the Cali Arts are readily available, to you guys as well. And then we also agreed that there would be no extra shading using pencils or pastels or anything like that. It's straight marker on paper. The only thing that we did say that we could do if we chose was to embellish with either stickles or gel pens. Things like that are okay. So we could do that. And we had our own choice of whatever colors to use. So those were the only rules set forth. And I got this book yesterday in the mail, and I think it is a very cute book. I really do like it, and I think that I will definitely color several of these little images. I think they're adorable. I looked at these online. I had even seen a couple, flip throughs of this book, and I really wasn't very impressed, to be honest. And then, to see it in person, it's beautiful the way the shading is already done on these images. And I don't know how this is going to turn out, but, we'll see. And I really hope this is as easy as you've said it would be. So you guys know, I have not colored anything in this book whatsoever. I wanted this to be just raw and fresh. This is the image that we're going to color, but I'm going to color the one closer to the back. You get two of each one of these images in the Jade Summer book. So here we go. That's the book. And as you guys see, I'll just continue to flip really quickly so you can see that I have had no practice whatsoever. I wanted you guys to see this first just like me. And I know I've colored a few things that you guys have watched. So, you have an idea how I lay down my marker. Oh, so I'm a little nervous, but we're going to do this, and this is probably not the image that I would have chosen, but Anna's had her book for quite some time now, and she's colored a lot of the images. So, and these are just little, this is coming out, or this is Chibi Girls Volume 1 by Jade Summer. This is from Chibi Girls Volume 2, Jade Summer. At first I was thinking these maybe books coming out, but apparently these are already out. Chibi Girls Horror, Chibi Animals. And then that's the end of the book. So nothing's been done. Okay. So I have not even thought about what colors I might want to use here. So this is just, I'm a little intimidated, I won't lie. So we'll see how this goes. I'm using my Cali Art set that I just purchased. So the markers should be, you know, new and juicy and all of those things. Give me 1 second. Let me take a sip of my coffee. I was able to finally to get my favorite creamer. I love the chocolate mocha caramel, chocolate caramel mocha maybe, something like that, and I really like that a lot. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to start with, I think I'll just go ahead and do the stems here on the roses. I'm going to use Bud Green 606, and I guess you guys can't see the roses down there, huh? And I'm going to just kind of zoom you guys in a little bit so you guys can, you know, have a better look at this also, because I know this is supposed to be a huge test, and here we go. Are you ready? Just going to lay down the marker, and all the Jade Summer books have the black on the back of the pages. So as you lay the marker down, you can see that it looks really, really dark, but that's going to lighten up as your ink dries. Wow. As it dries, I can definitely see where the shade is, you know, where the different shading areas are, and it really does look like I used two separate markers on those. That's pretty nice. I like this. And I struggle a lot choosing colors to use and things like that. So this should be interesting, but I really did not want to start picking colors because I really wanted, you know, you guys to get the whole gist of this. Let's see how close I can get this to the camera. Do you see how that's just one marker, and it's just one coat of one marker, and it really does appear that, you know, more than one marker was used. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. I like that. Let's see. What color do I want my roses? Do we want standard red? I think I'll go with the, choices, choices. I think I'm going to go with the R304 Pastel Rose. See if I can find that. Here we go. Okay, here we go. There we go. And for those of you who may be visiting or is new to the channel, my husband and I stay with my mother-in-law to help her, and she's had a lot of medical issues lately, and she just got back home from a birthday party. So you're probably going to hear Bradley getting all excited, my dog, and some other family is with her. So if it gets noisy, I apologize. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. No, I'm so sorry, guys. She wanted to let me know that she had brought a cupcake back from the party. I was hoping I would be able to get this filmed before she got back home. And for that, I apologize. There we go. So far, so good. Let's go take a look at those. Sorry about the camera moving, guys. Just gonna move that out a little bit. There we go. Okay, let's see what I want to do now. I think I'll do her coat in R. Let me think. R623 or R826. Choices. I don't like having so many choices. I think I'll do R826. And hopefully that'll come out okay. That's Aster Tarticus, I believe is how you would pronounce that, R826. I want to make sure you guys can see. This is kind of dark, so we'll see how it works with, you know, the extra shading. And I was really afraid of using any dark colors because I didn't want to cover up, you know, any of the shading. But I guess this is actually a decent test to see what happens. I know I'm always worried over using colors. I mean, they'll be beautiful, but I worry, you know, about using colors that are just too dark. Okay. I'm thinking this would have definitely looked better with a lighter color. So maybe with Grayscale you need to stay lighter. I'm not sure. I don't know. And the way I'm, lining this here, just going in these lines, this is how I have found it's easier for me to try to work quickly before there's any chance for the ink to start to dry, to avoid the streaky lines that you'll get sometimes when you're using markers, especially in larger areas. Okay. And when I get super quiet, it's because I'm concentrating. This is, new to me, so this is not something that, it shouldn't, Anne says it's just color, so it really shouldn't be a big deal, but I'm still very nervous. Okay. Now what? Have some coffee and think on this. Maybe I should have actually taken the time to plan this a little better as far as what colors I was going to use and things of that nature anyway. I think I'll go in with R702, which is the mauve shadow. And I'll just do this vest. I think these were maybe just. I think the vest may have ended here, and I went on with this, and I didn't take a lot of time to truly even attempt to study this image. And maybe I should have. I think I'll just maybe go on and do the pants in the same mauve. I'm wondering if this is the top of the boot. And it's not that it's hard to tell in grayscale. Sometimes I have a really hard time going, okay, no, exactly what is this? What am I, where does this fit into the image? So it's not the fact that the image is grayscale. And I do believe this is the top here of the actual boot. It's almost like a fold over. And I'll definitely color a lot of these in. Can you guys hear my Christmas music? I've got it really low. I do listen to music and things like that when I color, or color tube, other color tubists. Okay, I'm going to have to pull this in a little closer to me so I can try to get into these little tight spots. Trying to figure out exactly what's Okay. And those of you who watch my channel know I generally relax in my recliner when I color, you know, and that's where I am now. So I have my little lap desk. So I'm able to just kind of pull my knees up a little to get it closer. What do you guys think so far? I don't think it's bad. I think maybe I should have thought maybe different colors here. I really don't know what to do with the hat or the bow at this point. Have to think on that. I'm going to do the button. I think I'll go with yellow 314. I think the closest thing to maybe a gold. And I'm really not sure what color a magician's wand is, to be honest. Maybe just so it's a little different, I'll go in with maybe Y204, which is pastel yellow here. Just so, you know, there's a difference between the lines there. Not sure. There. Now, for the hair, I'm going to go with my favorite brown, which is potato brown Y623. If I can find that here in my bag. Here we go. Y623. When you have 100 colors to look through, sometimes it takes a minute. And there's times when I get so frustrated because I can't find my color. But it's there, generally. There has been times where I've accidentally put them in with another set. Now this is one of those things that you've got to work rather quickly because you're in a very large area that you're coloring in. And this paper wants to soak up your marker so fast. And I've seen other YouTubers, and I believe Anne does this, and, you know, she may do this, you know, with this part of the image. She'll use her chisel tip. I'm not... I have had very little success with a chisel. I've worked with it and worked with it. And for me, it tends to be streakier than going in with a bullet. So when I saw these big areas, when, you know, she had picked the image, I thought, oh my goodness. And I've got to try to combat, you know, the lines on camera. And here we go. You know, my favorite little thing these days has been to say, ain't nothing to it but to do it. this up again. I actually really like this, guys. It's different. Oh, I went out of the lines a little. But I mean, not in a bad way. I mean, as you can see, this is just, you know, straight coloring. Marker on paper, and that's it. And if any of you have any other tips on, you know, coloring in large areas and not getting the streaks, I mean, I'd love to hear those too. You know, if there's tricks to using that chisel, let me hear them. Because I really struggle trying to use my chisel tip. I'm really worried about coloring in these bunnies because when I first saw the picture, I thought, oh my goodness, how am I going to do this without it looking like Easter time? We'll see. And behind the picture, what I use, you may have just saw me slide that back in. It had slid a little bit. It's just one of the plastic cutting boards that they sell in 2-packs or 3-packs at just like a dollar store. A Dollar Tree here has them, and they're just $1. And I just kind of cut them to, you know, the size of my coloring books, so I can sit them behind my paper to catch any bleed through. And then I'll use just alcohol wipes to wipe those clean when I'm finished with a picture, to get those the alcohol that bled through, or the alcohol marker that bled through, to get those off of that, and it cleans right up. And it works real well as long as you're not oversaturating. If you start to oversaturate the paper, you know, the ink will start almost to float on top of that. And it kind of starts to make a little bit of a mess on your picture, but and if you do not clean it between your pictures, as you lay down your marker and your marker bleeds through and wets, you know, re-wets the old ink, it will reactivate that ink and it will bleed right onto the paper or to the picture that you're coloring. It'll come right back through. So you have to make sure that you clean those between your pictures. But they work really well. I was putting, you know, several sheets of paper behind, but I mean, it was a waste of paper to do that. I'm sorry, guys. Due to YouTube restraints and times for newer channels, I'm having to break this video down into 2 parts. If you will please just view part 2 to see the completed video. I thank you very much. Peace, love, and happy coloring.